So welcome to CIT180, Web Development, HTML, and CSS Programming. You'll notice when you first come into the course that I've got buttons to different resource sites for you. I've also included my office phone number, email, office number on campus, in addition to all of my various office hours. As you look through the course, you do need to start on the video, so hopefully you did that and you're listening now. And I'm just going to kind of walk through the first week. You will notice that our course is grouped by lessons, and then I have included dates. So if you are not sure what lesson you should be working on, you can look at the date range. The very bottom block is optional. These are just resources for you that I've compiled. You'll notice that I've got several different ebooks that you can download in addition to different websites. And then if you come in to the lesson 1 block, this contains what you need to complete the first week. You will notice that we do have due dates in this class, and the first one is a Sunday, January 19th. And most of your assignments will be due on Sundays. And so as you come through here, you're going to want to read through the welcome message and look at the course syllabus. This contains the grading scale, so that is actually kind of an important one for you to take a look at. It also has got my office hours, that same office information that you saw in the upper left of our course is also located here. It talks about the textbook and different required software, learning outcomes, and then we get into the grading scale, which is important that you pay attention to because it'll affect the final grade in this course. And then kind of a summary of how you obtain points in this class. I highly recommend that you print out the assignment schedule because this basically lists what you need to complete each week. And I know week 1 looks like there's a lot to do, but most of it is just housekeeping. So none of it's going to take that long. But if you print this out, as you complete things, you can cross them off. And a lot of students find that to be very helpful. The first assignment that you need to complete is the student profile glossary. So you're going to click on this. And this is something that everybody in the class is going to be able to see. So keep that in mind when you are adding your entry. And for the concept, you're going to go ahead and put your name. And then I want a picture and a sentence where you have a statement about yourself, something that describes you. If you have a hashtag that describes you, you can include that as well. So I'll go ahead and find a picture. So I'm going to have to upload one. Choose a file here. And we will pick, let's see, I will pick one of my lovely granddaughter and me. So we'll say Lisa and Layton. So this is going to come in massive. And we don't want these massive pictures in our profile. So for the size, you're going to do 150 or 125. Press tab, and then it'll keep it in proportion. And I'm going to put that at the top. And then where it says describe this image for someone who cannot see it, this is like alternate text. So I will say this is a picture of Lisa and her granddaughter, Clayton. And then I'll save it. Okay, and then below that, I think I'll give you my hashtags. So my first one is not a morning person. And my second one would be failure is not an option. Okay, so that tells you a lot about me. And then a sentence or two to describe myself. Let's see, I have a lot of interests and hobbies, but not enough time to do all of them. All right, so that is the information I'm giving you about myself. And I'm going to save this. So where does that end up? Well, if we go back to the class, you will see this in the class spotlight. And what will happen every time you come in here is you're going to see a different student. So it's just a nice way for you guys to get to know each other. And if you want to see everybody, you can click on View All Entries. So that is the first thing you want to complete. The second thing is going to be a discussion exercise designed for you to introduce yourself to the class. And so I will do this, and when you are entering this, I do want to know your nickname, what your interests or hobbies are, your major or your program of study, and any additional information that you are comfortable sharing. I tend to overshare, so you certainly do not need to enter as much as I do. Okay, so I kind of entered all of this so that you didn't have to watch me enter it. But like I said, I've given you some background as far as different things I've taught, what my work background is, things that I'm interested in, okay? And you guys can share as much as you're comfortable with. And I'm just gonna say here, welcome to class. So this is your second assignment. So we've knocked off the first and the second assignment. The next thing you're going to want to do is read through this lecture on web development. So just kind of gives you the big picture of web development. And once you're done with that, you're going to want to take the quiz. Now this covers chapter 1 in the book in addition to this lecture. And if you haven't purchased the book yet, you still should be fine. You should be able to come in and do this quiz and still pass, and hopefully, you'll still get all of the points. Once you complete all of that, your next step is going to be to download and install software, and this will prepare you for what we're going to do next week. So you're going to want to download and install Visual Studio Code, which is the editing software that we use in this class. And this link should take you directly to the download page. This is free, and you do not need to pay for it. Okay, so you just need to download whatever version goes with your operating system. FileZilla is the program that we use to transfer pages from our computer to the internet. And I will be creating web accounts for you at the end of week 1. And I will be sending you connection information. The connection information that I send you needs to go in this program, FileZilla, that you are going to download. And this is another one that is cross-platform. Okay, so it works on the different platforms, Windows, Macs, etc. So you're going to go ahead and download that file and install it. Then you're also going to want to install multiple web browsers. So Google Chrome, Firefox, and Edge are the minimal 3 that you should install. I would also recommend Opera. And if you have a Mac, you can use Safari. Otherwise, that is no longer supported on Windows, unfortunately. Okay, so at a minimum, Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. And you can have multiple browsers on your system, and you can even open multiple browsers at the same time. So that is what you're going to be working on in week 1. And if you have any questions or if you run into any problems, please contact me and ask. You can contact me using email, and that would be your NMC email. Okay, you can come into my office during office hours. Okay, so I've got my office phone, got my office hours. Here's my email. Okay, so you can contact me any of those ways. I will have online office hours on Sunday evening. What I do is send an invite to all of my students. Those won't start until a week from this Sunday. So this Sunday, I believe, is the 12th. So they will start on the 19th. And if you have any problems before then, if you need to meet in the conferencing software, that's not a problem. Just send me an email. We'll figure out a time we can meet, and then we can talk. You can even share your desktop with me, and we can figure out what the problem is if you're having trouble installing or doing anything else. So just remember to communicate with me, and I'm happy to help you. I want you all to be successful in this course. And this is a really fun class, so I think you will enjoy it.